Good morning, and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. And happy Thanksgiving for all of us in the U.S. that are celebrating Thanksgiving today. So, enjoy your time with your family. We will get to Thanksgiving here shortly. Actually, we are already on it. Anyway, it's Thursday, November 25th, the 34th Thursday of Ordinary Time, and it is the feast day of Saint Catherine of Alexandria. And she was around during the early church. She was both a princess and a noted scholar who became a Christian around the age of 14, and she converted hundreds of people to Christianity. And eventually she was martyred at the age of 18, not that old. So when she was persecuted, or when the persecutions began under Maxentius, she was a Roman, she went to the emperor and rebuked him for his cruelty. And the emperor summoned 50 of the best pagan philosophers and orators to dispute with her, hoping that she would refute her pro-Christian arguments. But Catherine won the debate, and so several of her adversaries, that were conquered by her eloquence, not only in look but also in speech, declared themselves Christians, and all of them were at once put to death, which is ridiculous. So that the Maxentius, the Roman leader, actually tried to make Catherine yield to non-Christian beliefs by torturing her. And he also tried to win this beautiful and wise princess, St. Catherine, by proposing marriage, thinking that that would sway her. And she, of course, refused, declaring that her spouse was Jesus Christ, and to whom she had consecrated her virginity to. So, that's St. Catherine of Alexandria. It's pretty powerful. And more than 1,100 years after Catherine's martyrdom, Saint Joan of Arc identified her as one of the saints who appeared and counseled her. And so Joan of Arc wouldn't be who she was without Catherine. So it's crazy how the saints kind of work together. So anyway, Saint Catherine of Alexandria on this Thanksgiving Day. She is the patron saint of unmarried girls, as well as apologists, those who defend the Christian faith. Today's gospel is from Luke 21, verses 21 through 28. Let's begin. In the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit, amen. Then those in Judea must flee to the mountains. Let those within the city escape from it, and let those in the countryside not enter the city. For these days are the time of punishment, when all the scriptures are fulfilled. Woe to pregnant women and nursing mothers in those days, for a terrible calamity will come upon the earth, and a wrathful judgment upon his people. They will fall by the edge of the sword, and be taken as captives to all the Gentiles, and Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are fulfilled. There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and on the earth nations will be in dismay, perplexed by the roaring of the sea and the waves. People will die of fright in anticipation of what is coming upon the world, for the powers of heaven will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. But when these signs begin to happen, stand erect and raise your heads, because redemption is at hand. Okay, so we keep coming to this great tribulation, which is funny that it's a great tribulation, because it talks about the coming of the Son of Man. So we got it's kind of like this apocalyptic literature here in Luke's gospel, in which all this chaos is going to ensue, but then Jesus, God the Father, wants us to stand erect and raise your heads up to him, and pretty much be ready, be excited. And that's really the challenge for today, is if Jesus Christ stood before us right now and he came again, and today was his second coming, would we be excited about it, or would we be afraid? And would we lift our head up to praise and glorify him, for this day is finally here? Or would we put our heads down in shame and guilt and thinking that we kind of disobeyed him or didn't do what we were supposed to do as a Christian? And so that's kind of like something to reflect upon is with how we're living our lives, with how we conduct ourselves, with how we treat other people, um, especially those who are closest to us, you know, and with how much time we spend in prayer. Are we living our lives in such a way so that we are excited for God to come down from the heavens again? And a good way to start that is to have this attitude of gratitude. As we were on this day of Thanksgiving, which is a secular holiday, even though it does have religious roots. Are we grateful to God for all of the good things that He does for us? Because oftentimes we don't give Him thanks as much as what we should. We rather just ask Him for stuff. So let's kind of flip that around, and if we do that every single day, our hearts will become healed, and we'll start to have this better experience and relationship with God the Father, where it comes out of the positive and not focusing on the negative. It's amazing what that'll do for us psychologically, and emotionally, and spiritually, and also relationally with other people. So maybe that'll be the challenge for today, is as you hang out with your family and friends for Thanksgiving, to show that there's something different about you being a Christian, and that give thanks and conduct yourself in such a way so that your approach to people, talk to you and be open about whatever the Lord wants to put in front of you. So, because God wants us to be full of greatness, grateful. Maybe that's what that means. To be great, to have and possess great fullness within us. That should be the challenge today and every day. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and go Raiders against the Cowboys today. If anybody cares, keep it real. Amen. And God bless. Amen. Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen.